palace flag is lowered to half-mast. The president has declared a day of national mourning. Only a few hours ago, the great detective stood in this very courtyard and was decorated by the president for outstanding service to his country. According to the coroner's report, Chief Inspector Clouseau was probably dead before his car hit the telephone pole and burst into flames.
The president called me at 6 o'clock this morning. A dozen countries have offered the services of their finest detectives. But the president made it painfully clear that this must be solved by Frenchmen, and quickly, or we can all hand in our resignations.
I spoke with Dr. Lebrun at the hospital, and he assures me that Dreyfus is completely cured.
It's amazing. I've seen some lunatics in my time, but they were all pikers compared with Dreyfus. He was like a wild animal.
Didn't he actually bite you?
Oh, yes. On the leg. I had to take rabies shots, just in case.
Well, the doctor swears that his recovery is complete. He said that in the last 12 hours, Dreyfus has literally become a new man.
Well, thank God for that, because we need him. If anyone knows about Clouseau and who might have murdered him, that man is former Chief Inspector Charles Dreyfus.
Isn't it fantastic, Doctor? Reinstated at my former rank with no loss of pay or social benefits.
Yes, it could actually be called a psychic rebirth.
I'm in your debt. I shall be eternally grateful.
I only helped. I led the way. But in the final analysis, it was your victory, Charles.
Our victory, Paul.
But only at the expense of another.
Huh? Oh, Clouseau, you mean?
It could be said that he died so that you might live.
I wish I could feel sorry.
You feel no guilt?
None. To be honest, when I first heard he was dead, there were a few moments when I was actually convinced I was in a state of grace. Is that wrong?
It isn't a matter of right or wrong.
Look, I hated him. He literally drove me out of my mind, as you know. Isn't it natural that I should feel happiness, even joy, at the thought of him being dead, out of the way, and gone forever?
Natural, yes. But there is a danger that such feelings might promote guilt. Clouseau would come back and haunt you.
I have no guilt.
Not now.
Not ever. Clouseau is gone, and I am free forever. There, have a cigar.
Thank you, Charles. Well, I've made all the necessary arrangements for your release. The city is sending a car for you to be picked up at 5:30. Remember, you're on probation for 12 months. If you have any problems, call on me immediately.
Thank you, Paul.
Peekaboo.
Your car's at the entrance, Inspector.
No one will know it is me as I glide through the underworld like a shadow.
Good evening, Commissioner.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm sorry to be late, but as you must have heard, some lunatic was hiding in my closet.
Yes, Rousseau.
Rousseau? Rousseau.
Ah, you remember.
Why wouldn't I remember? It was only 3 years ago. Of course. Claude Rousseau, alias Claudine Rousseau, armed robbery dressed as a woman. But he got 5 years.
Ah, he was released on parole 3 months ago.
Ah, so it could have been Rousseau. He's clever.
Clever enough to fool Francois?
I like Francois, but fooling him no longer constitutes an act of more than average cleverness, shall we say.
I always thought he was rather a good policeman.
When he was my assistant, he was a very good policeman with a bright future. But then he was assigned to Clouseau.
Oh, no, Charles. All that's in the past.
Yes, of course. Tomorrow morning, when they plant him 6 feet deep and shovel in the dirt, I shall be truly free. And unless he's figured out a way to come back from the dead, nothing that anyone does or says about him will ever make any difference again.
Shall we do some work? That reminds me.
What is it?
The chief thinks that you should give the eulogy.
The what?
The tribute.
Me?
You knew him intimately.
I hated him intimately.
But you're the expert who's going to track down his murderers.
I'm the expert who would love to kiss his murderers. Don't you understand?
Now, the PR people loved the angle.
Sacrilege. I won't do it.
Politics.
No. I'm a good Catholic.
So is the chief's wife.
I don't care. What's she got to do with it?
She wrote the speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, dear friends, we are gathered here to say goodbye to a great man. Not only was he a model police officer, a brilliant detective, admired and respected by his fellow officers and all those who were fortunate enough to know him. He was, above all else, a modest man. His kind will not pass this way again, and our loss is surely heaven's gain.
Where does that one?
Talk about it later.
I want your answer now, or I sue for divorce.
I'm warning you, Teresa.
What are you going to do? Have me killed?
Aquesumus Domine, ancum savot functo misericordiam, facto sum non reservicem, qui tuam votis tui voluntatem ut secutium fera feus filium tomis, itas coris per Christum Dominum nostrum. Amen. Requiem aeternam Domini Domine, et plus perpetual requiescant in pace. Amen. Ancum savot functo misericordiam.